herO and Gumiho have had incredible runs here into the round of 4. herO knocking down Crater in one of the best PvPs I've ever cast, and knocking down Solar in a pretty cool series as well. Gumiho also overcoming demons, overcoming Beyond to get here. And now it's a Thrist of 3 PvT. Really incredible series. Watch all of it. Seriously, you do it. But before we get into that, I'd like to remind you all that I upload one video in 4K on YouTube every other day of the week. And also, I stream on Twitch every Monday for EPT North America, 7 p.m. Eastern, and every Saturday, EPT Korea, 11 p.m. Eastern. And, well, King of Battles is coming up at the end of the month. Very excited about that one. So make sure to go watch that as well. But now, folks, enjoy a banger of a PvT. Spawning in the upper right in the blue. His name for PSISOTRM Gaming, taking out Zest and Beyond to get here. It's Gumiho. His opponent in the bottom left in the red, taking insane runs. Go watch the game. That's all I'm going to say. He is herO. And folks, we've had an insane PvP going to all 3 games. We've had an insane PvZ. It was a 2-0, but really well played from here. Really cool stuff. And now it's a PvT. herO's going to have to run through every single matchup en route to maybe another EPT Cup, because he's kind of turning into a Hero Marine. He's kind of turning into a Zest. He's kind of turning into one of these players that just wins tons and tons and tons of Open Cups. In fact, that was why he qualified for Katowice. He won 5 and got 2nd place, and I think 4 more from December 12th onwards. That was truly the only reason as to why he qualified for Katowice in the first place. And no, I think no, and someone had to drop out. So, just saying, he is turning into this online warrior like Zest, like Beyond, like Hero Marine. And I'm for it, because it means I get to cast herO every week, and it's a good time. I'll hike him. He's not the next SOS. He is a contemporary of SOS. I would argue he's a better. I mean, he's just his own thing. He is an SOS that has a much better macro game, and he's got much better micro. He does not rely on the mind games in the same way SOS did. Although, for those of you that were around at the time, I think we all remember the insanity that was that best of 7 grand finals in IEM Katowice, the one that was $100,000 winner take all first place, where SOS 2-gated him like 3, in-base 2-gated him like 3 games in a row and crushed his spirits. But okay, now, so this Proxy Oracle is going to get found on out here. Gumiho has actually opened up with his Marauder play, which is pretty cool. The idea there is you actually get Concussive, although he hasn't gotten that this game. The idea is you open up with Concussive, and then you're able to go and catch the first couple units out of the Protoss player. But he says instead he's going to run the Marauder over to the bottom side. Is he going to be able to get this pylon before the Oracle pops on out? Yes, he will. herO in shambles in this game, number 1. He's not happy about that one. I wish we had player cams, but no Oracles. But what he does have is 2 Adepts on the map. Of course, Widowmines here going to ruin those hopes and dreams, and Gumiho just finds himself ahead. Probe's going to try to... I mean, this pylon doesn't get up. There are 2 Marauders here. Oh, he drops 2 pylons. Okay. So, at this point, actually, this is a waste of, what, 50 minerals off the cancel? Yeah. This is not going to work. The start... Oh, yeah, there we go. The SCV kills the Stargate, and this is just not worthwhile. But maybe the idea was to keep the Marauders there a little longer so you could snipe them, but my dips don't really kill Marauders, so I don't know. Don't think that was the play. If you want to talk about the player that's closest to SOS, I'd say Haas still is closest to SOS, especially now that Pig Baby's gone. He shows up from Warcraft 3, kills everyone with 7 gate, and then leaves. Or, I guess in the case of against Terran, he goes and shows us early Tempest play. All right, but 3 Adepts, they find their way onto the main base here. Of course, 3 Adepts They one-shot SCV, so there's a lot of damage potential here, even if the Oracle was denied. Now we're going to see Adepts start to fall, but how many get out? 5, 6 workers go down. I think all the Adepts died. But hey, 6 workers go down for the cost of 3 Adepts. Not the end of the world. I mean, it's 3 Adepts. There goes your map control there, herO. But if you cut down on the economy of a Terran, it's always going to work out. The Blink TT against Rogue was classic. Yes, exactly. Ilhicum, not SOS. So now the Marauders, they run on over. They look for value. But I think they're going to catch herO before he tries to get this third base. Which means that they're not going to do much of anything. Widowmine drop, finding his way on into the natural. Gets a Stalker, and that should be it. Oh, from downtown, he gets 8. That's a problem. That last second tag, I mean, I was watching the Tracer. Seriously, that Tracer was on the probe heading back, and then Gumiho gets the last vestige of it. And he gets 9. But herO, he's on actually 3-gate blink with how much he's delayed his third base. I kind of expected this to be 4-gate blink, but yeah, it's 3-gate blink. He's going to catch a couple Marauders out. Blink finishing on up just now, and these are going to be dead Marauders. I don't believe Concussive Shell was ever researched. Was it? No. But now Stalker's going to warp on in here, and I think this is still a good move. There's only 1 tank out on the map right now. Stalker's now. They're going to knock down the bunker to start. That's the easy thing. The hard thing is knocking the tank down, really opening up this position for herO to find his way on in. And he's got his third base all the way, sure, but it's a very, very late third base. It's Gumiho trying to batten down every hatch. He got a missile turret as well. He says, I don't know what you're doing here, herO, but I'm worried about it. The Stalker's now blink on in as the tank goes down, but Stim is done here, and that's a great way to chase these Stalkers out. But again, Stim is 10%, or actually 20%, excuse me, of Marine HP. So once Stim is done, these Marines are pretty heavily injured. 7 workers go down. herO finds himself in a minor worker lead, but not enough to really write home about, especially not with mules. Third base about halfway done, but we're going to see him in a second, I think, try to blink into the main base. Actually, no, he's forced his opponent to be a little bit confused. Starks blink on forward. Tank does not go down, though, and there's the big Stim. But even still, a lot of these Marines, they are rather low, but that's a lot of dead Stalkers here. herO's trying to make something happen. He really is, but I feel like we're starting to run out of time for the Smiling Assassin in this game. Number 1, Gumiho, the might of the Terran, maybe just a little bit too strong in this game. His hatches have been battened down. War Prism barely stays alive. There we go. It's only 4 Stalkers here right now. The rest of them have died. 13 Stalkers have hit the deck here. That's not really worthwhile. And now herO has to make sure he conserves every single unit, because this push coming out from Gumiho soon enough, when Combat Shields is done, +1 is already done, is going to be powerful. So herO doing the best thing he can possibly do in this game. Bunch of additional gateways. Actually staying on 2, yes, not even 3. Just tons and tons of charge lots. Saying maybe I can build an army that is going to be good enough. I'm going to be able to snipe my opponent down. Oh, that's an exposed tank, though. I don't think he... Oh, no, he gets it. He gets it? Yeah, he gets it. Gumiho's Medivac is a little bit too far behind, and I don't even think he traded a Stalker there. And he just got the tank. So that's always going to be very nice. You cut down the tank count is just the most important part of dealing with this push from the Terran player. So now there's only 1 tank. And sure, there's a bunch of +1 bio. They have combat shields. Marines do a lot of damage. But look at the surround that herO's setting on up here. Zealot's coming on in from the backside eventually. We're going to see more warp in on the front side. He's just looking to sandwich this army, especially as the tank is unsieged. But, okay, the Zealots there on the backside. Gumiho... He's going to try to take this fight right now. 1 Colossus is going to go on forward. Does Gumiho target it down? He does for a second. He thinks that is the prize, but that is not the prize. No, Gumiho, that's not what you want. This push gets cleaned on up here, and herO, he's pretty happy with how things are now. He's got a minor worker lead, sure. Not the biggest, but he's got this base up. He's mining more. He's going to run onto the other side of the map. He's sitting on 8 gates, only on 2 gases right now. This is tons of charge lots into an all-in. We're going to have to see the Stalkers. Actually, you want to bait out the Widow Mines. But Zealots running in, only a couple right now. Second Widow's Mine shot's going to be a little bit better. But the Zealots, they come spilling on in, looking to crush the hopes and the dreams of Gumiho in this game number 1 from such a wonderful position he was in. Now the Immortals, the Stalkers, they're going to knock down the Tech Labs. They're going to knock down the reactors for right now, just make it harder for Gumiho to build more stuff. Actually, we're going to see the barracks start to burn here as well. The Viking, ooh, that's Viking showing up as a bit of a problem because this is a very low warp prism. Yeah, herO says, okay, we're going to back up on that one, but 2 barracks go down. This is only 3 barracks play for Gumiho right now. He does not have the production to really support a hold, but a Widowmine drop on the 3rd base. It finds the value again. 7 workers go down, equalizing the worker count once again. And the game goes on, at least for a little bit. At least for a little bit. Is there a 3rd orbital? Okay, there is. Gumiho does have triple mules. And the Army's going to try to find its way on in. Immortal's trying to just drop on top of this tank, but one goes down actually, and the warp prism is too low. herO, that's not what you want to do in this game. And now we have a recall finding its way on in. Widowmine drop in that 3rd base. 6 more workers go down. herO now finds himself, again, at a decent economic situation, but not the best. But losing that warp prism, it was so low. I can understand going for it if it's a full warp prism. Full health, maybe your Immortals survive. You bulldog the tank. But that warp prism had like 5 HP. And there were Vikings in the field. There were tons of Marines. Gumiho snaps it down. You lose an Immortal. You lose the warp prism, and suddenly all aggressive options are lost here. But that's still a lot of Zealots. And while this bio does have +1, the Zealots are going to get on top of things big. Oh, Stalker run by actually into the natural, into the 3rd base. I kind of expected that to be Zealots. But we will see bunker, or barracks, excuse me, get delayed. This push from Gumiho does not seem all that impressive. And there we have it, actually. Yeah, Gumiho saying, I can't hold on anymore. herO continues his insane run, and he takes game 1. And spotting in the bottom left in the blue, he's down 1. He was in a great spot. He was in an incredible spot, but it didn't work out for PSISOTRM. Gumiho. And his opponent in the upper right pulling miracle out of miracle, rabbit after rabbit out of the hat. He is, for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Hello there, Peely, and everyone from Peely's chat. Hope you're having a good time. If you have not seen the games that herO's been playing tonight, please, they're going to go up on my YouTube eventually. Or if you want, you can, I guess you can watch the stream VOD as well. But herO versus Creator, freaking insane. herO versus Solar, a little bit more one-sided, but still very good games. Here's the probe. Will not get the SCV. Almost trades his life in the exchange. But herO is in this insane run. It's so damn good. We're gonna have to see what happens here. But again, Peely, thanks so much for the raid. Those of you joining me, my name is Beowulf. I cast StarCraft, and I will be running production and primary coverage for all 3 days that the Alpha X channel will be live for King of Battles 3 in 2 weeks. Also, I'll be doing EPT North America on Monday, but I won't be here next weekend because my partner's in town, and we got some other fun stuff. Although I do have one event that's going to happen on Saturday morning. I cannot announce it just yet. It will not be on this channel. I will tweet about it. I will post in my Discord when it is announced. But for now, folks, we should probably talk about this game a little bit. Nothing's happening, but we can talk about it. herO's got a pylon on the map. He may, I mean, probably proxy Stargate. There we go, Stargate going down, and this is one that Gumiho really shouldn't scout because realistically it's on herO's side of the map, so we're not going to see. Well, first of all, this is not a Marauder game. This is a Reaper into a Marine game. We see a bunker going down to the natural. Yeah, Gumiho is not waiting for any. Is he going to scout this again? Is Gumiho this much of a... Okay, he's not. Okay, I was like, that is one that really should not be scouted. So Gumiho is not going to be a mind reader here. Man, but folks, you know, I've been saying this all night. Ooh, nice pick off there, but a Reaper's dead. I gotta say, I am so... First of all, it's incredible how quickly herO's come back to being one of the top Protoss players in the world. Remember, he came back in, I think, June of last year from military. It's only been about 8 months. 8 or 9 months. Hey, Skip Shot BC, thank you so much for the follow. welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. Because we're following a freaking insane run from the man known as herO, the smiling assassin, although we're gonna have to see. Is he still smiling? I don't know. We haven't seen him offline all that much, but the Oracle flies on into the main base here. There are no Marines. There is nothing to defend this position. I don't think we even have a Widow Mine. No, we do not. There are 3 Marines on the map. This is a disaster. Truly a disaster for Gumiho at this point. Notice herO is like, there's got to be a Widow Mine here somewhere. I'm a little bit afraid. I want to die. But, okay. herO. You're probably going to lose this Oracle. The recall happens. He's going to, he could have gotten the 8th worker. Come on there, buddy. But 7 workers go down. And Thorn, thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Or not the follow, I'm sorry, the sub. You've been following for a while. I'm glad that these games from herO have converted you into a subscriber. As now the second Oracle flies in. Game 1 was pretty cool. I fear that Game 2 is going to be maybe a little bit less. The Cyclone was on the map. It did not catch the Oracle. And do we have a 3rd Oracle? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. herO, he loves his Oracle play. And I don't know that Gumiho is really going to be prepared for it because he's defending in the natural. Who builds a 3rd Oracle out of a proxy? herO does, and he says, yep, those were low SCVs from earlier. Let me kill more of them. I'm going to be fine. And again, we don't have Widow Mines. I just have to find his way on in now. Going to get some of those workers that the Oracle got low earlier. herO is really just dumpstering Gumiho in this game. This is kind of disgusting. And this is how herO was winning games when he first came back. His late game, his decision-making, maybe not there just yet. His build order knowledge, maybe not there just yet. But he was beating players by just out multitasking them. By straight up just going in and harassing them to death until they lost 12 workers in the first 5 minutes, or actually even more so, and would die. And it was super binary because he would either kill his opponent or he would die because he committed too much to it. In this game, though, and in general, herO has put a check on his aggression just a little bit. He's a little happier about how things have gone. Or he's not a little happier, but he's maybe a little bit more wiser about how to play this game. It's not quite, yes, unchecked aggression until I win or lose. He's a little bit wiser about how he does it. But now the Oracle's flying in once again. herO wishing that he had that 3rd one still alive because, well, then he would one-shot SCVs, but for now, 2 more workers go down. Cyclone trying to get the lock on here with a Raven in tow, but Oracle flying into the natural. Hey, there's a wounded SCV, so he's going to kill it. 3 more workers go down. Hey, Sonic Fee, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. Yeah, herO is a blast to watch. As these Oracles continue to find value. And herO, one of the big things we see out of herO, his killer instinct. There's a reason he's referred to as the smiling assassin. His killer instinct is probably one of the finest tuned of any Protoss player, certainly in the scene. Maybe even one of all the players in the scene. We saw him do that to Solar. He didn't give him a second to breathe in that game number 1 on Curious Minds. It was just slapping him and slapping him and slapping him and slapping him, and eventually he cut through the skin. He was able to take his face off. That sounds rather morbid. But anyways, the Stalkers, they blink on in, get more workers, knock down. I believe that was pretty sure that was a tank. Now, Oracle goes down, and that's annoying, but 3 more workers go down, and tank goes down. Any sort of push that Gumiho may wish to make is not great. It's a disaster! Yes, I'll hike him. It kind of is. Although, I guess, can we quote that voice line now after everything that came out that he did in the Dota scene? I don't know. I don't have a good Aussie accent anyways. But now Gumiho, the push is it's happening, whether he wants to or not. He's kind of got to do something. He's committed to it. And he's down 23 workers. He's got to make something happen. Maybe he's going to wait for combat shields. He's got to wait for combat shields probably. But by that time, that's going to be ready. Charge will be done. 8 gates are here. And yes, Gumiho's pulling the boys. He's looking to pull a rabbit out of a hat. herO has certainly pulled rabbits out of a hats earlier in this tournament. So he says, yeah, well, you know, like, if you can do it, herO, why can't I? Well, I'll tell you why, because actually, you know what? I don't like this. herO's now going to go for a counterattack with a ton of zealots. And Gumiho's going all in. Like, it doesn't matter if you kill off a lot of stuff on the backside, because the SCVs are going to get pulled. And there we go. There is the recall. That's going to be fine now. There are 2 tanks with this army. Zealots moving on in. We're going to see auto turrets get dropped here. All the SCVs falling at first. The army from herO, does he have enough to keep everything going down? The auto turret, again, it's really doing a good job. 17 SCVs go down. Fire looking to stem on in. Combat shields is not yet done. These Marines are not as tanky as they might otherwise be. Tanks on the backside, really not adding a ton of DPS to where the front of this army is, but they're making it hard for herO to make the engage happen. They're making it hard for him to really do anything, but now the probes are going to get built here from herO. Maybe a little bit too greedy in this game. He's got his 4th base on the way. We're going to have to see whether he can warp in a bunch of zealots, whether he can make the hold happen. He's losing gateways. He's going to go down to 6 now. But maybe, just maybe, he can make this happen. Probe's going to get pulled once again. Zealots on the backside finding their way on in. Stalker's getting on top of the tanks, but I don't think this is enough from herO. Not anymore. Gumiho, he has pulled a rabbit out of a hat. He is channeling some of herO's magic in this game as herO has nothing left. Folks, in the battle of who goes to the finals, we get a game 3. Gumiho pulls it out of a hat, and he makes the victory happen. Spawning in the upper right in the blue, taking a miracle game number 2. His name is Gumiho. And his opponent in the bottom left in the red, having an insane run, playing some fun games. He is, for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, once again, herO. But that zealot counter didn't lose in the game because he recalled it back home. What lost him the game was going to 4 bases against a 2-base Terran and not properly prepping for the all-in. And look at this in game number 3. Guess what we got? We have a Macarax, except the barracks is close to hero's base. So I guess we call this a proxy. I don't know. I mean, realistically, this is pretty standard. Realistically, this is how we expect things to go. At least one game in a series, the proxy Reaper play is almost so meta that we don't even expect it to do anything weird. Well, it's a Tolkien reference, PJ Vindahoos. It's not just in The Hobbit. It's in Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion as well. But every time I get any sort of significant viewership, people insist on saying, oh, did you know that Frodo is casting? So we lean into it. And if I get enough viewers, or if I'm on, say, the Alpha X channel, sometimes people will post on StarCraft Reddit about how has no one compared Beowulf to Elijah Wood. And then I get weird, thirsty posts about how actually I'm more attractive than Elijah Wood. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess I appreciate it because, yes, please give me compliments. Ooh, Probes are going to lock that. Oh, Reaper gets out. Oh, nice little attempt there, but the Adept is here now. How many workers go down? The answer is 2. Okay, yeah. I kind of expected here to pull that probe back, but I guess he's doing other things. There we go. The Reaper is now dead. What's happening on the other side? That's just a probe fighting Battle of the Oh, there we go. Battle of a Proletariat. Second Reaper shows on up, and this really shouldn't get too much done. Hello there, Barrett. Kind of assumed you followed me by now, actually, considering how much we've talked in the past. But welcome, glad you're here. As we see the Reaper bunker actually blocking the. I love Gumiho. I love herO, and I love Gumiho. The 2 of the most oddball players we got here in this game. As the Reaper goes down, probe actually will survive. We see herO now actually forcing herO to take his 3rd base. Well, Zerg doesn't care because Zerg has been knocked out in the round of 8. There are no Zergs left in this tournament. It's just Terran, just Protoss. But okay. Right now, the bunker is actually still there. It's blocking the... Okay, look. If Gumiho goes for a push that involves that bunker in the natural, I'm going to lose my mind. But realistically, he's going to salvage this eventually. As herO... Why is he... He's pooling his oracles, but pooling to 2 oracles doesn't really make a difference because it's still... Well, I guess you 2-shot versus 3, but you don't 1-shot. So, okay, he will go up to 3 oracles, and he's going to pool for that. Interesting. Very interesting, but Gumiho seems to have a good read of things. He says, look, herO, you've proxy Stargated me. Oh, okay, no, he's not going to wait. But anyway, he's going to fly on in now. Cyclones are out of position because the Adepts lure them away. Great job there on the mind games there, herO. And he gets 6 workers. He gets 7 workers. He gets 8 workers. The Cyclones, they're not even where they need to be. Gumiho, they need to be in the main base. And he's not going to do that. So this mineral line is just, I don't know what Gumiho's focusing on, but it doesn't matter. He's going to lose one Oracle. Maybe it's going to force... Oh, nope, never mind. He's going to run away anyways. 13 workers hit the deck, and the natural is barely done. In fact, it's an orbital. Or it's not even an orbital just yet. Now Cyclone's moving on to the front here. We're going to see the... 3 Cyclones are a lot, but another Oracle will arrive. We're going to see Oracles coming in from the backside here. Good revelation. And as long as herO survives the aggression, which is kind of hard. He only has Oracles. He has nothing on the ground against these Cyclones. He should be in a wonderful spot. All right, so now we're going to see lockouts here. A lot of these probes will go down. Do the Oracles run on home? Yes, they are. That's an F2 movement there, herO. Not sure you want to do that one, but 12 workers go down. Every worker in the natural go... This is a clown fiesta. I was saying it was great for herO, but he literally has no units on the ground. Now he's got some stalkers. Oh, they're going to get a free Cyclone here. Yeah, they're going to get a free Cyclone. So that's going to go down. So there are 3 Cyclones on the map, not 4. Stalker's looking to chase it down. Oracle's looking to take positions where the Cyclones have to turn corners, which kills them off a little bit easier. And he's going to look to trap them away. So herO's at 27 workers. Gumiho at 23. We're going to start to see some of these Cyclones get popped here. Pippity, pappity, poppity. Not an Oracle going down. And the last of these Cyclones will eventually fall here because Oracles, again, glass cannons, but cannon is part of what they do. So, at the end of the day, this is what we've lost. 14 probes to 14 SCVs, but 4 Cyclones and 2 Reapers to 2 Adepts. That is still in herO's favor, but he's got to be careful not to lose more. Elijah Wood does have a much bigger wallet, yes. As a grad student and as a StarCraft caster, you know, we don't make tons of money, but ooh, that's going to be another free Cyclone. Actually, the Oracles don't have enough activation energy to really jump on top of it, but still. Oracles dominating the map right now. Yeah, we're going to see the Stargate get depowered, but I don't know how much it really matters. I don't think you build more than 4 Oracles, and we have Charge, we have armor coming on in here. This is a weird game. Make no mistake about it. This is a stupid game in all the best possible ways. But I love watching chat react. They're like, Gumiho's dead. And then he runs Cyclones across the map. And then it's like, oh no, herO's dead. And then the Cyclones go down. It's like, oh no, Gumiho's dead. But still, Gumiho's only on 1 base. herO is on 2. And the Stalkers, they're going to start shelling away. But there are tanks here. There are 2 tanks. It's a little bit hard for the Stalkers to find their way on in, even if they do have Blink, which they don't. This was one of those weird games where you kind of go straight charge. The Oracles, they're going to run on in and get a bunch of Marines. And Quad Oracle is a thing. Folks, this game is spicy. This game is so spicy. You love to see it. This is actually, and I don't think that there's a high bar, but the conglomerate of games we've had from here tonight are probably the best sequence of series that I've ever casted in an EPT Cup. Maybe it's just the hype around herO being freaking nuts, but I mean, I don't know, but I can tell you that, oh, I'm having a good time. So now herO, he's +1 armor. These Zealots are gonna be pretty damn tanky. Oracles or Archons they don't really care. They really don't. You have 5 HP on an Archon. Ooh, Biostimming on in. And that's a dead Archon. That's a lot of gas. 250 gas going down for, what, like a couple Marines? Not really worthwhile. 2 Oracles, I think, died in the exchange. Yeah, 2 Oracles go down here as well. So that's starting to be a little bit of value here. Gumiho, again, he's got to perform a miracle as that Warp Prism will go down maybe. But no, there's no Blink, folks. That's not going to happen. Oracle 1 goes down. Oracle 2 goes down. There are no Oracles remaining on the map. No mass stasis traps, nothing like that. This hold from herO is going to be much more difficult now, even as we talk about the Archons. Gumiho found the timing. Even when we talk about upgrades, it's only equal upgrades right now. herO's not going to have that upgrade advantage for just a moment. And this is going to be another dead Archon before it has a chance to morph. Okay, we're going to be fine with that one right now. Zealots getting on top of the bio, getting on top of the tanks. That's the big deal. 2 tanks are going to go down rather quickly. Marines not in range just yet, and he should knock the tanks down. This push from Gumiho is far less powerful. But now Stalkers on the backside looking to knock the Warp Prism, or excuse me, the Medevac down. It's the same thing, right? But the Zealots, they're on top of the bio here. +2 armor is done soon. The army's chasing him down, and herO's in the finals.